dying times here.
We didn't lie to you folks. We told you we had living, breathing monstrosities.
Misfits and miscreants, bangers and mashers, the deviants and the deviated, the tormented and the fermented, ghouls and goblins, creatures of the night. Jack those headphones, crank the volume to max, spark it up. And just relax. It's time for your deadly dose. Welcome to the next installment of Metal Mischief, now featured in the Leo Weekly as the Metal Grind with Athena. So, I haven't done these in a while because I've been like incorporating my metal album reviews kind of in my Better Days stuff that I've been doing. If you've been catching me tune in from the record store on Saturdays. And that's been fun doing like the little mini reviews and the highlights and things. Like, I really enjoy that. But man, I really miss doing these full-fledged album reviews. So, here it is. I'm back with the Metal Mischief, now known on the Leo Weekly as, you know, like I already said, the Metal Grind. But, nothing's really changed here. It's still me, and I'm still covering the local metal. And I'm excited that you're fucking tuning in, because this week we have the Stonecutters. That's right. We are featuring the Stonecutters this time around. And, you know, this is near and dear because I've known Brian Omer a very long time, and I have seen a lot of the phases that the Stonecutters have been through, and I live here in Louisville where they are based out of. So, you know, the Stonecutters and I kind of go back a little bit, and it's an amazing journey, let me tell you. But they have full circle come out with one of the best albums that they've ever made. Absolutely. I enjoy all of their albums, don't get me wrong. Now, there was a little period of time there where I wasn't really into the Stonecutters, but that is neither here nor there on this episode of Metal Mischief. So, I am here though to talk about their new album. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have heard it already because it was already out for digital download, but it's The Eye of the Skull. And I have to say, this album absolutely fucking rips. It really does. They go back to, you know, that thrashy, that like just guttural thrashy element with the like, you know, moments of death metal and shit in there. I mean, Omer's vocals very much remind me of John Tardy on this album. He's always kind of had a little tardiness to his vocal stylings, but this time, this album, it's kind of a little heavier on the tardy, which I actually am really a big fan of. So I really like where Omer's kind of taken his vocal stylings with this one. You know, the addition of Jace is really fucking awesome. And of course they brought back their original drummer, Johnny Woodridge, and you know, that's awesome. He's always, to me, been a staple for the Stonecutters, so no offense to like any other drummers, but you know, it was awesome that Johnny was back, and you can definitely hear more of a classic tone in Eye of the Skull because, you know, they definitely returned a little more to their roots. And I gotta say, you know, this album's very angsty. It has its moments, you know, where it's kind of storytelling and, you know, that's always to be said for music. I mean, that's how we portray a lot of our emotions and our, you know, things in life that have influenced us and shit, right? And we do it through music, especially those of us who are lovers of metal, because, you know, metal is some of the best angsty music, you know. But that aside, you know, this album's very, very thrashy, and like I said, kind of got moments of death, like, influences in it. Definitely still got that stoner doom element, because, you know, it's, you know, comprised of stoners. But, yeah, so I really enjoy this album quite a bit now. You know, it's not that long of an album, actually, and it's only 25 minutes, and it's only 8 tracks, but it's relentless. It's absolutely relentless. You can definitely listen to the whole thing without skipping a song. You know, they first put out their single a little while back now, and I'm a stoner, so I forget, but I think it was like a month or two ago, and it was One of Us. And, you know, that was based off of the 1932 movies, Freaks. And that was Todd Browning, who's actually from Louisville. So, you know, that kind of like hits home a little bit, but we all fucking love that movie, right? I mean, it's like, it's an iconic fucking movie. So, Freaks, and my timing couldn't have been any better, because here it is. Here's One of Us. So they released the single first, and I have to say, like, as much as I enjoy the whole album, this is my favorite track off the entire album. I mean, all 8 tracks are very solid, but I really, really like this one a lot, and maybe it's the horror movie lover nerd in me that's like super attracted to it, but it's also this like opening like guitar and bass line, you know, and yeah, I mean, and then it's like, yeah, it's kind of got this epic, like, you know, build up at the beginning of it, and then Omer's vocals just explode onto it. So, you know, it's really awesome. I'm really a big fan of this album, like I keep saying, but and you know, it's not just for personal reasons, but I highly suggest you check out Eye of the Skull by the Stonecutters. Now, you know, that's my favorite part, the nitty, and now here's the gritty. Here's all the stuff that we need to know about this album. So, and this is where my notes come in handy, because, you know. So yeah, of course they are from Louisville, Kentucky, right here in Louisville, Kentucky. And so our hometown boys, and we love them very much. I like to actually, you know, always touch on how, you know, where it was recorded and all that. So, and again, I haven't done this in a hot minute, so I might be jumping around a little bit, but, you know, hang in there with me. And I got something in my eye. But, yeah, so anyway, that was the nitty. Here is the gritty. So this was actually recorded at Falcon Fork Studios, and of course they are an independent label, so, you know, the Stonecutters are, you know, doing pretty much all of it. I mean, truthfully, the label that they're on is called Time and Truth Records. Alright, so Time and Truth Records, check them out. And what's some other important stuff? Oh yeah. So of course One of Us came out, teased us with that little like single, and then just the other day, last weekend, they put the digital release out on Bandcamp and Spotify, and that's awesome. But this Friday at Headliners right here in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stonecutters are having their album release show. And this little girl will actually be there reporting on it, and I will have a full-fledged video afterwards documenting the whole thing. And I'm going to get some interviews with the bands, and I'm going to interview some of the fucking hardcore fans. So find me, let me record you. Come on, Louisville, represent. let's show the world what our metal scene is made of here, because it is pretty fucking dope. It's pretty fucking dope. Anyway, alright, I hope I really see you guys at the release show on Friday. That is at Headliners. And Jace Rayleigh, who is in the band, is pulling double duty because he will also be there opening with the band, Stoner Doom band, She. Which, if you're into Stoner Doom metal, you absolutely have to look up She. That's S-H-I, She. Louisville. Alright, check them out. They're opening for the Stonecutters. Jace Rayleigh is in both the bands. And since I am talking about the band members, of course, I've already talked about Brian Omer. I've talked about Jace and Johnny. But we can't leave out Chris Loeffler. We gotta talk about Chris Loeffler for a minute. So, he contributes a lot to this band. And I'm excited that they have all come together and made this album. And you know, these guys are all pretty iconic to Louisville, and it's just really exciting. And I hope you guys are as excited about this album as I am, because it is a fucking killer album. It is. And I really highly recommend you go pick it up. Alright? So let me just check my notes to make sure there's nothing like else really important I'm missing here. Besides that, they do have vinyl that you can pre-order right now, but they're, you know, of course, since it's coming out on Friday, you're going to be able to buy that real soon. And guess what? I'll probably have it at Better Days Records. So, stay tuned and keep your peepers peeped for all of that. So, let me just check my notes here. No, not really. I just gotta say, like, I do love that it opens with Scowlers. You know, it's like, right off the bat, it's like, Scowlers! You know, which is just like, right off the bat, that angstiness I was talking about. So, but anyway, it's that time where Athena does her 5-shot review. And you know what? It's really been a fucking hot minute since I've done a 5-shot review. So guess what? That's what I have here. Yes. And what would Athena's 5-shot review be without a shot of bourbon first? So, cheers! Pours in a high five, motherfuckers! The return of Metal Mischief. Fuck yeah! Alright, so for those of you who are just tuning in and catching my album reviews for the first time, there are some rules involved here with Athena's 5-shot reviews. So, I don't do this your typical way, man. I don't do it like, you know, the 1, 3, 5 bullshit. Alright, so I start with 5 shots. Alright, so I tell you what, if it took me 5 shots to get through the motherfucker, then I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Then, you know, that's just, I mean, it took me 5 shots to get through the motherfucker. I'm just not that into it, right? If I got 4 shots in me during this album, then, you know, it probably could have used some oomph. And if it got 3 shots out of me, well, I mean, that means it's probably pretty good. Probably made me air drum and bang my head. And if it got 2 shots out of me, that means it was so good, I want to put it in my glove box for traveling. And if it got 1 shot, I was so busy headbanging to drink, that means I'll probably have a bangover in the morning. Most excellent! So, shitty drum roll, please. I give the Stonecutters Eye of the Skull 1 shot! I definitely had a bangover in the morning. And if I see you on Friday, alright, so Stonecutters are on Friday. Fear and Indignant Few is on Saturday. On Sunday, it's Lustwitch. And then on Monday, it's fucking Metal Monday with Autocrat. So much metal coming up this weekend for the next 4 days. So I hope to see all you heavy metal cats and kittens there. And until then, keep it heavy.